Hello guys, I hope you all are doing good. I'm Vishali Gigant and we are discussing the unit acids and bases. So today we are going to start our discussion with the titration. In the previous class we already had discussed about the titration and the calculation of the titration point curve of strong acid in the strong base. Now we are starting our discussion with the titration of weak acid in strong base. We are going to understand the titration when I am adding 0.100 mole per decimeter cube of NaOH. So NaOH's volume will be varying and the volume of the acid, which acid I have taken a weak acid CH3COOH, ethanoic acid I have taken, volume is fixed 25 centimeter cube and the concentration is 0.100 mole per decimeter cube. K is also given, the K of acid which is 1.74 into 10 raised to power minus 5. Now coming to the equivalence point. Now when I am doing this titration, the equivalence point will be reached when I have equal number of moles of alkali and the acids, right? So when I had strong acid and strong base, it was understood when I was adding 25 centimeter cube of strong base in the strong acid, which was 25 centimeter cube, I was getting the equivalence point. But here also, because here I have weak acid and strong base, then also I require the same volume, right? So what happens? We require the equal number of moles. So here, if I see the equation for the reaction would be CH3COOH in aqueous will react with NaOH in aqueous, which is going to form a salt, CH3COONA in aqueous plus H2O in liquid. So now here, if I observe it, if I put it in the liquid, CH3COO in the liquid, it is going to dissociate and it is going to form CH3COO negative ion, right? It is a conjugate base of a weak acid, which is CH3COOH. It can produce the CH3COO negative when I have a weak acid. CH3COOH is a weak acid which is going to produce CH3COO negative ion, which is a base, right? So it is a conjugate base. It acts as a base, whereas it was formed from a weak acid. It reacts with same water molecule to accept a proton according to the equilibrium, and with the equation we can understand how it is acting like a base. Now if I want to react it with water, what will happen? CH3COO negative in aqueous, it is going to react with water and it is going to release OH negative. It is going to produce CH3COOH, which is again a weak acid, and OH negative ion. This OH negative ion will make the pH slightly greater than 7. So if I see at the equivalence point, the pH would be greater than 7. I hope you understood this concept. So this reaction will increase the OH negative ion concentration and the pH will be greater than 7 because it will be acting like a base. So now the steep part of the curve will more be in the alkaline region than the acidic region because I have more OH negative ions. Now strength of acid, here we have understood it does not affect the volume of the base required to reach the equivalence point, right? So I don't depend upon the strength of the acid. Only the volume of the base is dependent upon the volume, the concentration of the acid and the concentration of the base, right? Now coming to the difference between strong acid, strong base and the weak acid, strong base curve, right? So first is initial pH. Initial pH would be higher because here I am considering that I have a weak acid which is going to partially ionize. When I have the partially ionized weak acid, I will be having lesser H positive ions, which means the pH would be higher. If I have more of H positive ion, pH would be towards acid and which is lower, right? So in this case, pH is higher. In the strong acid, strong base, pH was 1. It would be higher than the 1 pH in this case because of the weak acid, right? Initial part of the curve up to 24 centimeter cube of NaOH would be steeper, right? And it will be, you can see in the figure also, it can be now sustained at the 13 pH because the pH of 0.1 mole of NaOH would be 13 and now it is going towards 13, and initial part of the curve up to I am adding 24 centimeter cube of NaOH, it would be steeper due to this reason because I have used the partially ionized weak acid. The steep part of the curve is more in alkaline region, right? Because here also I have understood it with the help of this reaction, it will be generating OH negative ions. pH at the equivalence point is higher than 7, that also we have understood. So Ka can be given by this equation, CH3CO negative H positive concentration divided by the concentration of CH3COOH. Now I know how many CH3COOH is present. It is going to produce equal amount. The concentration of CH3COOH and CH3CO negative would be same. So both of them can cancel out and the Ka will be equal to concentration of H positive. If I take log of both sides, so negative log of both sides, I can deduce that pKa will be equal to pH in the case. Right, I have now made you clear about the titration of the weak acid and strong base. Now coming to the strong acid and weak base. Acid is now strong. What I am doing, I am adding 0.100 mole per decimeter cube of NH3. Again, I have acid in the container and what I am adding base. Base is a weak base, 0.100 mole per decimeter cube of NH3 in aqueous form to 25 centimeter cube of 0.100 mole per decimeter cube of HCl. Equivalence point will be having pH lesser than 7 in this case, right? So coming to the reaction, here NH3, first of all it is going to react with HCl to form NH4Cl, right? Here we will be having the coordinate covalent bond or dative bond. Now NH4Cl is going to produce NH4 positive ion and Cl negative ion. Now I am going to see the NH4 positive ion. NH4 positive ion is going to produce NH3 and H positive. You can see here because of the production of H positive, pH is less than 7. And NH3, it can also be reacting in H2O. If it is put in the water, NH3 plus H2O will be giving me NH4 positive plus OH negative, right? So now if I observe NH3 in water, it will be acting like a base because it is releasing OH negative. So Kb, I will find out over here. It is NH4 positive concentration multiplied with OH negative concentration divided by NH3 concentration. I know now the concentration of NH3 and the concentration of NH4 positive are same, and Kb will be equal to the concentration of OH negative. I can take negative log of both sides and I can say pKb will be equal to pOH. And if I know the pOH, I can find out pH. pH would be 14 minus pOH. pOH is equal to pKb, so pH will be 14 minus pKb, right? Coming to the last type of titration, that is a weak acid, weak base titration. So we are understanding it with the addition of 0.100 mole per decimeter cube ammonia NH3, it's a weak base, to 25 centimeter cube of 0.100 mole per decimeter cube of CH3COOH. Now here if I observe the titration curve, we are not getting very steep part in this titration curve, and change in pH is also not gradual throughout the titration. So now if I see the titration curve, it is not having any steep part, and also change in pH throughout the titration is more gradual. Equivalence point will be the point where I have equal number of moles of acids and base, and here at the equivalence point pH can either be greater than 7 or it could be lesser than 7 as well. Now how it is dependent upon greater than 7 or less than 7, on which factor it is dependent? It is dependent upon the relative strength of acid and base. If I take the relative strength of acid and base to be varying, I will be getting pH greater or less than 7. So for example, if I am taking CH3COOH, ethanoic acid, for this Ka is 1.74 into 10 raised to power minus 5. Kb, if I am taking ammonia, Kb would be 1.78 into 10 raised to power minus 5. So pH would be close to 7 and it is slightly higher than 7. Right? You can observe that the Kb is slightly greater than Ka, and due to which the pH is slightly towards the base. So pH is greater than 7, slightly greater than 7 although. Now coming to the methanoic acid. If I instead of ethanoic acid observe the methanoic acid, it is having the Ka 1.78 into 10 raised to power minus 4. So now here you can see Ka would be greater than Kb and the pH would be now lesser than 7. So it depends which strong acid I have used and which weak acid I have used and what is the strength of it. I hope you understood all of the things that I have discussed. Thank you so much.